So it is recording, and I'll make sure to send that out to Mr. D'Angelo later afterwards, and he can share that with his team.
Got it. Everyone should be able to see my screen now, correct?
Why is my volume? Wait, can FN? Oh, there. There you go. I have the volume up anyway. They're not really doing anything. I think they're signing in to sync grades.
Okay, so 125.
Okay, they're gonna call, but in your personal email, it says your computer home, I don't want to do it. And you don't have like.
Let me see.
Another thing. I think, connected by HDMI.
Is Erica on this call?
Right, it's not a phone call, it's on the, I have.
I'm gonna use Erica just for a short bit. So, this is the basic UI. So you basically click on your name, go to teacher profile. It's gonna give you your courses, and beneath your courses, you'll get your schedule.
Okay, so you have to do both of those things, and then I
All of
asked.
these boxes are clickable. So I could click up here, or I could click anywhere on my schedule. Once I click on my schedule, I'll get more detailed information on the course, which will also allow me to add in a co-teacher if I would like. From here, I could click attendance.
This is the mirror. It's supposed to mirror it.
You kind of have
Um,
stuff in your own presentation, I'm just giving.
I can also, I'm not gonna take attendance on your profile. I'll do that on mine. But assignments. Oh, wow. Erica's already doing her thing. Very good. So let me actually I'm gonna go to my profile because I don't want to mess up her stuff.
What is comparing these?
I'm not really doing much.
What is this Ms. Seidelman doing? Can we call these teachers? Mute.
Denise, you could mute those extra boxes.
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
Yes.
Go through them now.
I just was like, who the hell are these people? And I was on.
So again, and just so you know, you can also look at other teacher profiles. You can't do anything other than view. Like I could see Patrick Ewing, he has 2 classes. I can see the days of the week and stuff like that, but that's it. So I don't have, unless I'm a co-teacher, I don't have access to do anything. So I'm gonna go to my name, my profile. These are my classes. Here's my schedule. Again, I could click on any of those boxes to view detailed information on that. I'm not certain if your school, Denise, are they using their local Google or the DOE's Google?
DOE.
Okay. Attendance. So I have the option to do bulk attendance. I can select attendance within a date range. Right? I could do bulk attendance where I'm going to mark everyone present in one shot. And then I could say Wanda was late. I'm going to put L, enter. A for absent, I'm just pressing enter. E for excused. Also, if I mark the student late, I can double right click on the box and add a comment. 15 minutes late. And as I'm medical appointment, right? As soon as I add in a comment, I can see there's a little black box in that area. If I mouse over it, it tells me what was said. Everywhere I go, I have the option to click on the student's name. And I could open up the portfolio, I could create a new log. I could view the contact information for the guardian, and I could click on any of those classes. Assignments. So very quickly, this is a dynamic chart, so I can actually go in. If I wanted to change this to marking period 2, I could double click in these cells and move them to a different marking period. I could edit the entire assignment. I can also click on the category, change the category as well. I could sort by published date, by title. All of the headings are clickable. Okay? Everything is clickable in ascending or descending order. Okay? Well, hold on a second. I could also, as you can see here, I have assignments that I'm creating. The colored dots represent the assignments, the corresponding categories that were created for that given day. So, I could click on that to view the assignments on that day. I could move from month to month. I could sort by start date and end date, by term and year, by marking period, and by grading category. I can also create an assignment. Select the marking period, the category, the published date, when do I want the kids to see it, the time, so I could say 2:45 p.m. Weight. So remember the category is homework. So let's say the category weight is 25%. But the weight is just the relative weight of this assignment in relation to all of the other assignments in the category. So if I make the maximum of points of 4 and I give the child and give it a weight of or better yet, let's say a 50, and I give it a weight of 2, this would have the same weight as an assignment worth 100 points. So historically, we would get teachers that would always ask, you know, what difference does it make if it all converts to a percentage? And the bigger the number, the larger the weight it has. So it's not going to alter the category weight, but it will alter the relative weight of the assignment in relation to all of the other assignments in the category. The due date, let's say it's due tomorrow at 3 p.m. Title is going to be, homework. Number, 5. My description, I could put in a link, I could put in an image, right? Which courses do I want this to be associated with? Right? Is any some questions?
Getting there.
Okay. Great assignment. So again, I get searched by published date, and I get that assignment. Right, so I could add in an A there, so I know this is the one I just created. I could go to my grade book. So I can see all of the assignments that I've created. So let's say this assignment, photosynthesis, this student got 100, it's going to turn blue. This student got an 85, green. The student got an 80 or 70, it's going to be yellow. And then this student got a 55, it's going to turn pink or red. You can also add in letter grades. That should be defined by the administrator. So this is something that you should probably work out as a school. So F for fabulous, D for dandy, whatever you want it to be equal to. INC for incomplete, ABS for absent, or what have you. And what the numeric value is of those grades. Okay? Averages, you can basically, so I have inflated averages because I basically gave students points that exceeded the max number of points. So I can click on this student has a 3%. On that,
Big deal, they're freaking, like, first of all, you shouldn't have anything really free and not, right, yeah. Second of all, their addresses.
Yeah.
I think somebody altered my settings. Let me just see one other thing. Okay. So once I click on the student, the system will give you a line graph showing you the progression or regression over time, the average, and then this is sortable. So if I wanted to look at just classwork versus homework versus assessments versus overall, all of the assignments and the grades. Any questions so far?
There was one on here asking how to add links to the assignments.
Yeah, so if I go back. Create assignment. Yeah, so I have the option to insert a link or insert an image, or I could also copy in an image or a link, you know, copy it and then paste it in. And then I could put in, or I could just do it this way and add in the web address.
There was also a question regarding accessing previous assignments and from previous years and for how long.
We archive your data for up to 8 years. Well, technically 7, but we're technically indefinitely, but after 7 years, it will be archived offline. So, but you can basically go to your initials on the top right, and you could switch to a different term and year. Make sense? And then, yeah, but we don't delete anything from your profile. Everything is locked in that given year. So also, beyond the averages, I have my rosters and I have my grading template. So I was actually at a school earlier today, and a teacher said to me, why does a student that has an average of a 61 round to a 55 instead of a 60? And when I looked at his grading scale, he had a different grading scale than mine, but the lowest grade he could give on his grading scale was a 55 and then a 60. There was no grade. There was no grade of a 60 or 50. There was a grade of a 55 and a 70, but no 60. So if there's ever conflict with the grading template or the grading scales, always come to your grading template and look here. If you change your grading template to a different grading template, just keep in mind that if the categories are changed, the system's going to ask you to match homework with homework, classwork with classwork, or HW to homework. So the system needs to know, how do we map it to do the correct calculations for you? Any questions so far?
There's one in here, I was typing it, but you can speak it faster, as far as showing averages within the grade book.
What about the averages?
If they can show averages in the grade book. since
Oh, we could add that. Right now, we thought,
Very popular request.
yeah, so we could definitely add that. Yeah, we wanted to do like a disaggregated breakdown. So this is telling you by category. The grade book will only have the overall, but we could definitely add that in for you.
Same goes with the bulk grading.
So the bulk grading, if I go to my grade book, if I click on this cell, right, and I give this student a grade of 55, right? You see when I click on the cell, or let's say 100, I'm gonna be nice, right? When I click back on that cell, I get this little blue box, right? All I have to do is click and drag it all the way down, and it will bulk grade all of those students. Or I could go in there and just, 55, whatever. Just enter the grade and press enter, or click on the box and drag down.
There's another one here on how to make an assignment count as extra credit.
That's a great question. So technically, extra credit implies that that grade and that assignment will be absent, void, will not exist in the denominator. So we haven't added that yet. That's something that we're gonna add in. So right now, unfortunately, you would have to just exceed the max number of points. But it's something that I've already spoken to my developers about, and we're gonna add that in for you.
And then if you can just touch on possibility of changing the names for the classes.
Yeah, so I'd be honest with you, everyone. We created, let me just go back to your school for a moment, and I'm not always 100%. So let's say I'm Anna Miranda. I don't know if she has any sections in her classes that she teaches. So it looks like one, right? So if I go to Spanish and I go to attendance as an example, up here, the 3 dots on the top right. So right now she has 32 students. But if I click on the 3 red blue dots and I deselect combos, it goes to, I'm not sure if that's right, 32 to 31. Let me see, grade book. So what we did is we felt like teachers were doing double work by grouping courses and then naming them, like we did in Scheduler. But I sort of feel like this is one teachers want. So I would check out the combos. If it doesn't work for you, she has no assignments. She has no grade book yet because she has no assignments. So that's why. So you have to have, let me go back to, forget the name of the teacher that I used before. Guys, remember the teacher I was using before? Erica. Erica has the assignment. So if you go to your grade book, just so you know, you're not going to see anything until you have assignments. So because Erica has assignments, she also has a grade book. without assignments, there's nothing to show. Okay? But as you create assignments, it automatically will appear. Okay? Questions?
There's one on here. I'm trying to go in order. So why does this pop up when I hit create assignment? So who had a
What
pop up?
pops up?
There's typically two different pop-ups that are going to show up. It's either going to be linking a course, combo course, or it's going to be to select a grading template.
Why does this pop up when I hit create assignment? I'm the teacher that asked that question.
I'm going to say it wrong. Ricciardi? Hope I said that right. My apologies.
Yeah, that's fine. When I hit
Can you
create
elaborate?
assignment that says local assignment, what is that referring to? Why is it not a regular
So
assignment?
a local assignment means that it's not connected to Google.
Okay,
That's all that means. So when I go to assignments, create assignment, most of your assignments are going to be all of your
They're going
assignments
to be
are gonna
local.
So you're not going to have any Google assignments until the DOE turns that on for us. So we're waiting for them to turn that on, but for now, all of your assignments will say local, which basically means that there is no Google connection. Okay.
thank you.
Any other questions? What's next, Denise?
Local sign, what does pop up? I think that was it, because the other ones I did. This one was one it's a suggestion, but it's for the ordering of the classes, since it changes based on the period, they would like to see that be static.
Oh, say that again?
The order of the classes, they show up in order of the periods on the day, and they would like it to be more static.
So this is what we get from stars in alignment with the period and the day. I'm not sure what I mean, but can maybe whoever asked that question elaborate?
The teacher, again, my apologies if I say your name wrong, Luchin or Lukin?
Hi. So the periods change every day. So today I saw 622 period 1, 621 period 3, and 624 period 6. So that is the order in which my classes appear on the side menu where you see Erica's 1, 2, 6, 7, 5. I believe on Wednesday. That order will change based on every day when I see those classes. So I understand the schedule is not the same as STARS. Our school does not do that. Our schedule changes every day for the students. They have math at a different period. Is there any way to keep that static so that I always see 621 first, 622 second, and 624 third?
I mean, unless the school updates fresh data every day, it should be static. So, yeah, I'm not sure if, I mean, we could definitely figure out a solution for you on that. We're just reflecting whatever. So I mean, so like you have 622 on Monday and first period. Is that gonna just
Yes, that's
tomorrow
correct.
could be third period?
Some days I see them last period, like on Fridays, I see them last, and on the class list, it will be in the last class that appears on the menu on the left. So you have like all
On
of these.
Friday, so
rooms,
that
but
you're
they're
saying that
different
this is
classes.
not correct. Casey, is that, so technically, this box should actually be down here?
No, I'm not saying the periods are incorrect. I'm saying that Under the bar on the left-hand side, the notification bar or the menu bar, under
Okay,
classes, that order changes every single day based on when I see my classes.
Because they don't say the class numbers.
oh,
you don't
this
know.
doesn't, this is not gonna change.
It does change.
Oh, it does change.
That's my question.
We need to be able to just put in the class numbers.
So today I saw them 1, 3, and 6. That's not always the case. So like on Fridays, that order is different. I would see 624 period 1, and I see 622 period 8. So the order changes on my side on that menu bar.
Yeah, but why don't you could just come up to the top of the page and change it this way.
Okay, so there's no way to address my question of making that order static on that menu bar?
I could, Denise, just write
I
that
added
as,
it to the list for
Yeah.
future improvements.
yeah, I'm not saying no, we could do anything. I
No,
just-
yes,
to
any
make sure-
suggestion, any suggestions you guys make in here that we don't have, I'm making note of to forward on to our developers as an add-on, an improvement.
Okay, but you understand my question?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I understand it now. I understand it now, yeah, yeah. All right, so we'll definitely let you know, yeah. Any other questions, thoughts?
I'm going through them now. Let's see, because there was some new ones.
You're doing a lot of work, Casey. When did you guys start using this?
The start, they started using it from the start.
Really? Look at you. I'm impressed, Casey. This is really good. Look at
Oh,
you.
I answered it, but just so the group has it in case they're not reading all the comments, but about the grade saving automatically.
If you don't have, if you have bad internet, or you're in a, like, again, you need internet that SyncRaise, if I turn off my Wi-Fi now, SyncRaise would still work. But it's not gonna, it's only gonna give me view rights. It's not gonna, and not everything is, there's certain things that I need internet for. Like entering grades, taking attendance, stuff like that. So there's nothing around that, but, you know, yeah, I think, generally speaking, we can do almost anything, but you know, entering grades without internet. So if you have grades that didn't save while you were, you know, using SyncRaise, it could have been that your internet was really weak. But if I go to, Casey's, grade book, I'm just gonna put a grade of a 4 here. That's the highest grade, right?
We'll delete it.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it, but I just want, so my internet is reasonably good right now. So if I refresh the page or if I leave the page, fingers crossed, the data should still be there. Right? And there it goes.
Mhm.
So, as long as you have internet, it saves on its own. There's no save button, just like we did with Scheduler. It just saves, but you need internet. I just deleted it. Is that correct, Casey? What I just deleted?
Yes, that was the one.
Okay, thank
yeah,
you.
you got the right one.
Okay.
Another one is, can we label our classes with the class number?
Hold on a second. Before we go out of this, Casey, do you know, let me just look at this student. Okay. So I'm assuming Michael already defined those letter grades for you.
You can go in and check on the grade template.
Yeah.
Yeah, I defined the grade template already.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Incredible.
Yep.
Hi,
Incredible.
sorry, I have a
Okay.
quick question.
Yep.
So we're having a lot of issues with creating assignments, and, figuring out which class is which because they're all named the same. So for example, in Erica's, it was Core Math 7. So all 4 of her classes were named the exact same thing, and you don't know which class you're clicking on until you click it and go to like the grade book or attendance. Is there
So,
any way to put the class number before Core Math 6? Like for Casey, she has 3 different classes there, but they all appear as Core Math 6.
yeah,
That's how-
so firstly, if you mouse over, I don't know if you're seeing it, but if you look on the bottom of the page where it says like progress reports, there's a little pop-up that comes in with the code, and it says, the STARS code, MMNM6-21.
We're not seeing that when you are hovering. That's not coming up on our end here.
Yeah, yeah,
Bottom
I'm-
of the screen.
it's on the bottom, but if you do it on your end on Sync Grades, if you hover over the name of the course, it tells you the course code it's associated with.
Sorry, are you demonstrating that right now? Because I'm not.
Yeah,
seeing
I don't think Zoom
Okay.
is showing you that.
It is, no, it is. I can see it on mine. It's at the very bottom
Yeah,
of,
if you look here where it says
of the sync
period,
grade,
watch in this area over here.
like a purple bar or blue.
Oh,
You see it now?
that's a URL. So that's the only way we can see what class number it is?
No, so I'm gonna click on the course, right? I get it here, but if I'm specifically talking about assignments,
Okay.
when I
yeah,
create the
so look at the
assignment,
bottom.
oh, this is what you're talking about.
That's where we're having the biggest.
100%, 100%, yeah, 100%. You want to know, yeah, 100%. So we need to do that. So Denise, make that note.
It's added. Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah, because we're giving it to you in different places, but you need it here. The
There,
other
yeah,
thing we
don't have
have
it
to
on
add,
Yes.
the other thing we have to add is this. If I go and edit an assignment, it's not if you created this assignment for multiple classes, there's no way to add it. Historically, we had that feature, but when my team rewrote this page, they didn't include it. So Denise, include that as well. When you
Which-
edit the assignment, you
Mhm.
should have the option with the course code or name to add this, whatever changes to all of those classes.
Okay.
So good question. Anybody else have any other
Oh, there's
questions?
plenty others. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Example. Okay, that one you just answered. If we cannot change class name, is there a way to assign a color to a class instead of a color to the period to help find the class on the sidebar?
Hold on. Yeah, say that again, Denise.
If we cannot change class name, is there a way to assign a color to a class instead of a color to the period to help find the class on the sidebar? On the
No,
left-hand
we
menu.
just, to be frank, we just need to add that for you. You need that, you want it. I'm gonna speak to my team about that. Just be patient because we're also in parallel trying to get the report cards ready for you. So I don't know if you remember PADS, but we're releasing our version of PADS that will allow you to say, replace all of the blank marks with the average. And then my average in Casey's class is a 36. It knows to round to a 55. But Erica's average in Casey's class is a 96, so it's going to round to a 96. And then it's also going to allow you to do the comments. If a child has a grade that is greater than, less than, or equal to whatever, replace comment 1, 2, or 3 with whatever. Make sense? So I would say, everyone, listen. Because you were a scheduler school, we need your guidance in making sure that this is good for you. So obviously, we've taken the liberty of doing certain things that we think make sense. But I'd be honest with you, like the combo thing, I think it's stupid. I don't think, why should we recreate a wheel that work properly and well. So that's one of the things I want to really push to get that resolved for you right away. But there's certain things that, you know, UI things or things that you want. If you want it, we just need to know what you want. I actually have to get ready to jump on another meet. Oh my gosh.
I can get it from here.
Yeah, I gotta jump off, everyone. So sorry. But thanks so much. And Denise will take notes for me, okay? Thanks so
Okay.
much, everyone. Be well. Bye-bye.
Okay, so so everyone should have me here. I'm still kind of going over the questions. So I'm just kind of make sure I want to cover everybody's questions that you guys are asking. When he left, he changed my order. The next one I was looking at was the students logging in. That was my next one. Okay, so students should be able to log in with DOE credentials to see assignments. Now, your students, they are, just to confirm, that they are using the DOE email, correct? They're
Yeah, Denise, that's correct. They are using the DOE email.
so yes, everyone in your school, teachers, staff, students should all be using the sign in with DOE, with the NYC DOE option, and use their actual DOE credentials to log in. And now there's one here. Am I able to change the grading categories? Let me share my screen. So for the question with changing the grading categories, are you referring more within the creating the assignments, or more within the grading template?
Hi, I'm talking about the grading template.
Okay, so to make any changes within a grading template, you would have to do that, pretty much the administrator would have to do it. The administrator can create a template to your needs, to whatever it is that you need, and then all they have to do is just give you the access to it. So the administrator, here, the grading templates. So this is the demo school, but in your school, they would just create the new template and pretty much create it using the categories that you're wanting to use. These are the regular categories where you can add new categories, remove categories, any special marks. In your case, one that your school's using now is the excuse. So that's one of those. But pretty much the administrator can create a template if you want it to be more specific to your course. And then they would just, under manage users, pick your name and just give you access to the template. Where is that at? Oh, I don't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, here it is. I was like, I know it's in here. This one here. So as long as that box is checked, you would be able, when you're creating the assignment in your course or under that course, the grade book, actually under the grade book, you would be able to select it. And so that, if you're in your course, under your courses, grading template. So once you have access to that additional one, you would just click on it and pick the one that was designed for you. The administrator, so for Mr. D'Angelo, you could actually, when you're doing the templates, and I'm sure you already know that, so under the grading template itself, you can assign it to any courses. So under assigned courses, and then you can just go through the list, and whichever course needs that special template, you can assign it there yourself as well. Let's see. Did I answer that? Did I leave any questions with that one?
You answered it, thank you.
About grading assignments. Around 8 students. Okay. For that one with the bulk grading, if it didn't work for you, I'm just gonna try that one under you and submit that to our developers. If it's not letting you do it, it's possible that it could just be a bug within your setup, that it's not letting you do the bulk grading. Let me write your name. Grading categories, are the rules setting like, okay, so are the rules setting like scheduler to create common codes or report codes? For example, if a student scores between 75 to 80, common appears as. That one, I do not think, I am not sure on that one, so I do apologize. That one, I will have to get back to you with that. Is that, again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering everyone's name today. Is that Siderman or Cedarman?
Yeah, they gotta.
It's
see it,
Siderman.
Otherwise, if it's not tangible, they don't.
So that one, I do realize there are a lot of suggestions that are being made that it was from scheduler. So that's kind of what Paul was saying, that when they created this, a lot of it is similar, but there's a lot of features that people loved from scheduler that we don't have on this one. And in a situation like this, it's just a matter of letting us know so we can have that added on. So that one I do not know, but I will check with our developers and find out. And if it is, I will write you a step-by-step on how to get that done.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
I will. So anything that don't answer on this meeting, trust me, I'm gonna go ahead and send it out. That's pretty much my project today. If 28 out of 30 students get the same grade, is there a way to enter these grades with one click, just like it was possible in schedule? That's that bulk feature, but it looks like it's not working properly.
Now it only stops you have like 8
You
kids
said at
in.
8.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check on that as to why it's only stopping at 8 instead of the whole thing. But now that one is that's also a very popular add-on that people want. So definitely, I'm pretty sure we can just have it a bulk feature, kind of like with the bulk attendance, just to make it easier on everyone.
That'd be great.
The averages on the same page, definitely that one is also very popular. We spent a good hour just talking about that one before this Zoom meeting, about how we've gotten that one pretty much every day, a minimum 3 requests a day for that one. Definitely the changing the names is another popular one. Can we add a category for quizzes versus final test? Yeah, same thing. Adding the categories, it is just a matter of changing that within the grading template to add any categories specific to you. It's just with that one, bearing in mind any template that gets created for you, the administrator has to give you the access to it so that you can select it for your course. Behavior grade or extra credit, I mean, so that's going to fall within the extra credit, which is something we don't have right now, but it is something that we've already been discussing to have added. Can this be done for all AIS classes since we don't have a homework category? Okay, you're gonna have to educate me. What is an AIS class?
Denise, I'm already speaking to Michelle about this, and the administrator, and we're going to work on a grading scale for AIS. Okay. Yeah, we're already working on it.
For assignments, my average tab displays no data. Do you mind if we look at your at that course? Is that sure? Okay, awesome. Because I really didn't want to butcher another name today. Which period? Is it on all of them have it? This one is assignments. Okay, here we go. 4. There are no students for averaging. And these students that are showing blank, they are in fact in your course. It says so you can't, you're not seeing this on your computer? Assignment says, but not averages. I mean, typically the averages page, as long as there's graded assignments within your grade book, then the averages should calculate. But in any situation where the averages are not calculating, that is something that you should let us know at the support staff know by sending either a screenshot, letting us know which class, which period it is, so we can look at it. Sometimes, you know, this is technology, and sometimes there are bugs that may affect how it's working. But as long as there are grades, as long as there are assignments that are graded, then the averages should calculate based off of that information that's on there. So this one's not averaging some, because if there aren't any students with grades. Is it timing out? What I can do, if you have time, if you'll just let me know a good time this week, where tomorrow, if you want, where we can just have a Zoom and I can kind of go over yours with you and see maybe something within your setup. Because so even the ones that I see are not, the ones that are showing on my page, you're not seeing on yours at all. Okay, yes, definitely. So my email is Denise@SyncGrades. I'm just gonna kind of put it here in the chat so everyone has it. I don't know if I can spell it right. So if you'll just let me know tomorrow what a good time, and I can go ahead and send you a link for a Zoom so that we can kind of just go over yours and kind of figure out what's going on with yours, why you're not seeing that. To the same fit. Yes, the averages to the grade book, it is it's not there now, but it is a very popular request, and we have actually already spoken with our development team to have that added. And so hopefully that'll be soon, because that's one of the top ones, most requested. Click the grade book for the class report. No, you shouldn't have to click the grade book first. You could click, if you click the averages first, it'll still show up. I just always go into the grade book out of habit, because oftentimes when the question of not getting averages, it's usually because there's no grades. No, it's no graded assignment. So it's just a habit of mine. But no, you can go right into the averages and you'll still be able to access it. So direct to average tab for a class, it won't go through. Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that, Ms. Luchin. It's anytime you go to average, as long as there's graded assignments in your grade book, you should be able to go right to the averages and access those grades. Is it just two, or is everyone else having the same issue with accessing their averages? Anyone? Is everyone having the same issue with the averages, or is it just the two? Okay, so it may be isolated. I'm gonna have to print these notes. It may be isolated. So what I'm gonna do is just submit a bug report. So it's Miss Luchin and Castell. Okay, so for Costello and Luchin, I'm gonna go ahead and just submit a bug report for the two of you to see why it is that you're not able to see your averages, why it's not pulling in. Since it looks like it just might be isolated to you two. And if anyone else has the same issue, the same. Just let me know and we can submit a bug report on that as well. Are there any other questions? Did I miss anyone? Anyone have any particular questions? Anything in particular you wish for me to go over? You just did the demos or not? Because I know Paul wasn't able to go over everything. Has anyone tried the anecdotal logs? Is everyone familiar with how to create these? But if everyone can see the screen, pretty much under the school feature, you would collect anecdotal logs, select new, fill in the information based off of the categories that are created for your school. You can choose to make it confidential so that you're pretty much just you can see it, or if you're going to share it, if it's just for staff, or if you're going to share it with the student or the guardian before you save it. Someone had asked me earlier today about the points on there. So you can create that to your taste, to your liking, depending on how your school wants to do it. If you want to give added points for positive comments, commendations, or if you want to do a negative more for a reprimand on it. If you're going to keep a point system to maybe do awarding, that's where the points kind of help. But it is up to you. You can actually set them to a 0 value if you wanted to. Is there any other questions? Anything in particular? Anybody wants me to go over? You're welcome. Thank you. So if there aren't any more questions, we can go ahead and end it here. Just bear in mind, if you do have any questions with anything, please just reach out to us over at the support box, or just shoot me an email, or let Mr. D'Angelo know. He keeps in touch very well. He supports you guys awesomely. He always lets me know when you guys need something. And we are still working on a training profile. And we're right now working on the FAQ, since it seems to be more of the need right now. And so hopefully we'll have that out soon. Okay. All righty, guys. So just remember, if you have any other questions, just reach out to us. I hope everyone has a good afternoon.